We're back, guys. So, when we did the show a while back, I had talked about, and we've always done like our reviews for the Untold Stories on Netflix, and we've talked about how they have a really good chance to beat out ESPN 30 for 30s.
A real good chance.
And
if they haven't already done it.
One of the things that we've seen earlier was a clip, the clip, and Johnny Manziel on the seat. Untold Story.
Oh yeah.
No title. No nothing. We don't know. We just know that it was a new Untold Story. I'm thinking the title could be 12th Man, because Home of the 12th Man, or is it Home of the 12th Man or the Home of the 13th? It's Home of the 12th Man. Because Texas, that's what Texas A&M. Because I think that's what it was. Home of the 12th Man. And then, or it could be
he needs to tell his story.
He needs to tell his story because he went one of the youngest players ever to win a Heisman. Had a good shot at the NFL. I think starting his career in Cleveland was kind of almost where careers go to die.
I'm telling you, man. I think it's Cleveland.
I think it could be Cleveland.
I think it could be. Man.
I think it could be personal life.
Yeah, no.
I think it could be.
He was a party
Canadian Football League.
He liked the party though.
He even said that shit. He even said he liked the party. Yeah. I think there's a time partying's okay, but you overdo it, there's consequences.
Listen, when you getting paid to play football,
paid a lot of money to play football.
Take some time. Party on the off. You know.
Yeah. Party off days.
Yeah.
Not game days.
Not game days, man.
Here, and I did a TikTok video a little while back talking about 3 different 30 for 30s that you would want to produce, or that ideas that you could come up with, especially if Untold's making that comeback. I think one of them, I talked about one of them being the big 3 in OKC.
Yeah.
Durant, Westbrook, and Harden.
Yep.
I think you start the story from the Seattle perspective.
Yes.
And then you go into OKC, then you go into their title run, and then the split.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what you could do. You sit there. I don't think they can be in the same room. I don't think Durant and Westbrook can be in the same room.
I think they can.
I think it'd be tough.
I think they can. I just think
it'll be tough. I think James Harden in that room with them.
No, you know what? Never mind.
No, I don't think it can work.
You're absolutely correct.
3 separate rooms for all 3 players.
Yeah.
I think you need separate rooms.
Till they get that together, yeah, you're right.
Because they're not going to get that together.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I think, kind of tying into that, I think the second one should be come back to Seattle. I think the story of why Seattle left, why they haven't come back, and why the city needs them back. I think the city
back, man.
I think the city absolutely needs Seattle to come back.
Seattle. I mean, that was a staple of the NBA
and
at one point.
They were never a bad team. They had an NBA Finals run. They've had a title too.
Well, the majority of their tenure, they had a winning record.
They've had great records.
Great players.
And that city was built for that team.
Right. And, I mean, the WNBA still got Seattle.
I think.
So.
And then the third one, I think it should be the rise and fall of the Comets. I think.
Which, again,
I think
don't
the rise
understand.
and fall of the Comet, I think that one should be titled "Shooting Star." The rise and fall of the comet.
You might want to.
I'm gonna write that.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it makes no sense that a team wins 3 WNBA titles and then the whole team disappear. It makes no sense. How do you win? Make more money than, most teams that was out there, but then you can't hold a team. I don't get that.
I think, and if we were to come up with any other titles or documentaries that you would think, I saw one where, they want the Legion of Boom out in Seattle. I mean, that's a great story, but I don't know. I think more or less of that is they were that was one of the best defensive teams that you would ever seen in your lifetime. And I don't think we're going to see that ever again. Cam Chancellor and all them, Richard Sherman and all them, they were a great team. That was a great defensive team that Seattle had built. but
It's not like that now.
I just don't know if ESPN 30 for 30. It's a great story.
But you want to know
I
with
think
them? I think they'll make it great.
I think they could.
I think the way they'll do it, it'll be great. Like they haven't had a bad one yet.
No, but they like any series, they started slow. But what Untold did was they kind of piggybacked off of how ESPN used to do it.
Yeah.
ESPN's original, like you watch season 1, they were okay. Some of the stories I didn't watch. Like some of them were surfing. I didn't watch BMX. I didn't watch.
No, I watched
Some of the
BMX.
early Yankees ones I didn't necessarily watch. I didn't really watch the one on Wayne Gretzky.
I watched that one
the
too.
Lake King.
I used to love the Kings.
I didn't watch it. I mean, I think when ESPN came back to fruition was the OJ documentary.
Yeah.
That was the best, and you can try to get The Last Dance to compete with that for Netflix, but that's tough.
Yeah,
OJ covered his career from football to acting, racial tensions in the country, and especially in LA.
Yeah.
You covered the beating of Rodney King. You covered.
He went through all aspects
They went through
of life.
all aspects.
So
Then the trial itself took like 1.5 episodes.
which it should have.
And then
Maybe 2.
his post, which was him living it up in Florida, and then trying to steal all his stuff back in Vegas.
Give the man his stuff back though, man. He said, hey, I can't get it back. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna come take it. I think he has.
I think.
he might have
And then the
got
most recent
hold
one
of
that
something good.
Netflix has done was the Redeem Team. Which, have you watched that?
No, I didn't watch that
Oh,
yet.
it was great. I think the fact when they had said that 2007, when Kobe had joined the team, that was a make or break year for Kobe.
Yeah.
He had pushed Shaq out of LA. He had asked for a trade in a grocery store parking lot. In a grocery store parking lot, you asked for a trade.
He was serious, yo.
Yeah,
he
was
Kobe.
serious, and then he redacted it. Nobody wanted to play with him. And at that time, I think Pau Gasol was getting into LA.
Yeah, he had just got into LA.
He just got into LA. 2007, 2008 was the year make or break for Kobe.
Right.
And I think without his leadership on that team, I really
And
don't.
his push.
And his push, I don't think they would have won the gold.
Yeah, because he had cats up there working out at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And then I'm not talking about like one workout. I'm talking about he'll do a 1 at 2, come back, do another one at like 5 or something like that.
Right.
I'm like, dang.
So here's.
Or 4, I think Carmelo
And
Anthony said.
They had already. Netflix, I think, is already trying to come out with a Kobe documentary. Or ESPN trying to do a Kobe documentary.
Either one can
Either
do it.
one, hopefully it's good. I think if you were to kind of look what's happened in the world of sports over the last maybe decade or two, what would you want to, if you were to produce one, kind of come up with your own storyline, knowing sports now, what story would you come out with? I think mine, if I were to pick one, maybe 2, I would go, because they already talked about it with not Jerry Maguire. It might have been Jerry Maguire, but Jerry Maguire, Sammy Sosa were the home run derby kings.
Yeah.
I think you got to do one with
Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire. I'm thinking Jerry Maguire in the movie.
Yeah, man, show me the money.
Show me the money. I'm thinking Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
I think you got to do one with Barry Bonds.
You got to, man.
Do the number of his home runs with the asterisk.
Right.
I don't know how many home runs total, but
the thing, because
that was the time. Because you look at it now, I'm not saying Barry Bonds doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame. I think he absolutely does, because at this point in time, PEDs were not uncommon in Major League Baseball.
Right. And then,
but I think when you have somebody who instantly pushes to something, that's the thing. Because it's the same thing we see in the NFL. We see every week when someone has a good game, a guy might have 2 touchdowns next day, or right after the game, we need you to come in for PED testing.
Right.
Like, just because I had a good game?
Yeah.
I think
Nowadays,
it can
it's
get
like
out
that,
of
yeah.
hand. I think the only other, you could do one on Barry Bonds. I think the other one you should do, get in the aspect of refereeing in today's culture.
Something's wrong,
I think
bro.
you need to do something, get into the aspect of referees, and if you really, I think we should follow Tony Brothers and his crew.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna write that down.
Listen,
I'm gonna write that down.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I love Tony. I've had him referee a couple of my games, but some of his people are super sensitive, man. Some of the guys that he has, some of them is super quick to throw the tech.
And I'm not saying that
like Tony's earned that. He's been there 30 years.
Yeah.
He's earned that time to, hey, if I done said something, I need you to go ahead and quiet
I
up.
get it. It's a matter of you want respect.
Right.
But it goes both ways. Did they deserve the tech, or are they just letting off a quick steam? You try to calm them down.
Right.
And be like, hey, we can't control it. I'm gonna have to give you a tech.
Right. Are they being told, hey, if somebody start acting up, go ahead and throw the tech? Because like that tech on Tatum,
I think it's a double-edged sword.
That was crazy.
I think if we really wanted to do it, we take the iPhone or find somebody, go into depth about it.
Yeah,
because it's
and then
it's a hurting industry, because you've been through it, I've been through it with AAU basketball.
Yep.
And those people are mean. Those people are just
not just AAU,
it's
college
just
too.
AAU, college, professional.
Yeah, they can be mean.
I think refereeing the youth would be good. Is there anything that you would want to produce? Anything on you, or like that you've seen in your lifetime that you would want to say the story needs to be told?
I really want them to go and talk about. Now they've done this before, but they didn't go in depth. They need to talk about your boy. They used to Don Nelson. Don Nelson. I don't know. I know Don Nelson, the coach. When I say Don Nelson was like one of the best coaches to me ever, but you don't really hear his name being put out there. He was always on some type of winning coach. See, I'm taking it back. I know I'm a little older. But there's a lot of coaches out there that's just like the coach of San Antonio. Like his political stance. Pop. Political stance, everything in his life. Now, of course, when you try to talk to Pop, you're not gonna get but so far. You better come with your. You better come correct. You better come correct, because if you come, pause when I say this. If you don't come correct, he's gonna get you.
Yeah. But I think.
Or LeBron. LeBron deserves it.
LeBron
deserves the story.
And then,
because you think
LeBron,
you think about it.
They kind of did a lot of that with More Than a Game.
I mean,
More Than a Game was more of his high school run, but
still, that's what I was saying.
But still, a lot of his story was made by The Decision.
Oh yeah, that damn Decision.
I'm so tired of that. By The Decision.
The Decision, man.
I think
The Decision. I can't believe they had a whole
hour to talk about that.
Of what team he was going to go to.
You knew where he was going to go. Where did you go? Miami or Cleveland? That ain't even hard.
Especially when Bosch already went to Miami.
Bosch had already.
And you had been talking to Bosch the whole time.
You already had Wade there. What else did you want?
The Decision.
Nothing. I think
that had never been done before.
I think the only other thing that there's one more. I think one other documentary is What Could Have Been with Sean Taylor.
Oh man.
What could have been. And I think that the fact that the Commanders now are really disrespecting him with a mannequin, not an actual statue.
Did you mannequin, bro.
Did you see it? A mannequin.
And it was just like his helmet. A wire mannequin.
And it was so bad. Like, the Commanders do not care about his impact.
My thing is, wow. You really, this is
how low Dan Snyder went for the Commanders. I'm sorry if you're a Commanders fan, but Sean Taylor meant
a lot.
Everything.
To that Redskins organization.
He was the franchise player to that team.
After
Daryl,
let me tell you something. After Daryl Green, it was Sean Taylor. And that's what it was for the defense, yo. And I can't believe, I just can't believe that they put the worst Worst statue
It's not even
ever.
a statue.
I mean,
It was so bad.
I'm giving it the title of a statue.
They probably paid like $20, $30
that.
to somebody,
And the helmet was free.
Then the helmet was free, and the jersey was free.
The jersey was free.
And the cleats and pants were free. Like, that was so bad.
And you know what the bad part is? It's probably...
I bet...
It was probably...
You know what? I bet the University of Miami does a better job at honoring him
than the
freaking Redskins.
I believe that they wasn't going to do anything, probably.
They weren't.
And there was a guy that was like, you know what? F this. I'm going to go ahead and just do something for myself. And he might be getting some backlash over that, even though he had, a good meaning for it.
I think he should have made the official statue. Sean Taylor is probably the most known Washington player, whether he's a Redskin or whether he's a Commander.
Right.
He is the most known player on that team. The only one known now, probably, McLaurin and Gibson on that team. Maybe Heineke. But they're like nothing.
Oh, do you?
Nothing compared to what Sean Taylor meant for that team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, though. That is true.
But moving along to kind of what the continue with the NBA and everything going on with that, if I can get there. You know what really upset me the most? I had a 25-cent bet on all these games. Everyone hit except for one.
Who was that? Oh, that Memphis.
That Memphis game.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I could have won $44.
Let me ask you
on a quarter.
Is it crazy that Townsend goes down
and it doesn't matter?
The floor is more open.
Is it crazy that they're kind of doing better with limited Towns minutes?
Yeah,
I think Towns is. I think Gobert was not the problem.
No, you know what the problem was? Two big men
trying to compete
for keeping all. He had too much space.
I think here's the thing: you rotate their minutes. You start Gobert. Not saying Cat can't start, but what I'm saying is. Cat would be a great sixth man.
Oh hell!
To replace.
Let's look. Or you start Cat and rotate, Cat off and put Gobert in, and then at some point, you can have Rudy and them together. But
and we said that a too big was great. Them having a too big was great, but I think a league today where everything's a shooter's game.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't. There's nothing they can more do. They're not perimeter defenders.
Yeah,
they're not. Cat. A little bit better than Gobert, but they're probably at like a C+, B- perimeter defense. They're not great. They'll give you your double-double, maybe. I mean, Gobert definitely. Gobert could definitely give you your double-double.
Go give you
but
a double-double.
I think you rotate them out. One starts, one comes in. This is a sixth. To rotate, it might give them less minutes, but it gives them the energy to keep moving up and down the floor.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was me, but what's the young boy, the shooting guard for Minnesota?
Rust.
Can't remember. Edwards.
Ant.
Edwards was balling. Edwards was balling because he had space and he wasn't being used as a damn decoy. He needs to be the star of that team, like, to be honest. Because at one point he looked like LeBron. Not saying that he is LeBron, I'm just saying that he looked like LeBron. Because I know somebody gonna say, man, listen. I said looked.
I'm sorry, I was gonna go so it's Ant, or as a lot of people might call him, Kermit.
Damn.
From Hustle.
That's crazy.
The fact that I'm sorry, but that was a great movie in and of itself. But the fact that his name was Kermit, I'm thinking.
I hate to say that was my nickname through high school.
Kermit?
Yep.
Kermit Wiltz.
Yeah, they call me Kermit.
But it's interesting. Like that movie should be top 10 greatest sports movies of all time. Adam Sandler, great.
Yeah, Adam makes some damn good movies, yo.
He makes really good movies.
He makes some great movies.
And then kind of, there's only one game tonight, so not much to talk about there.
Right.
But then looking at the standings right now, top 10 in the East, the only surprise, there's two surprises I see. Indiana at 4.
Mm-hmm. Very surprising.
And Washington at 9. New York I kind of understand.
Honestly, I thought New York would be a little higher. I didn't think New York would be top 6, but I did not expect Indiana to be top 5. They've been playing good basketball. I think it's
They're as much as a surprise.
I'm gonna tell you like this: I didn't have faith in Toronto.
They're as much as
and
a
I
surprise
definitely didn't think Chicago would be this
as
damn
the Sacramento Kings right now.
I'm very surprised by the Sacramento Kings.
They're top 6.
I guess if we keep talking ish, they're gonna do better.
They're gonna do better. So, what am I saying? Indiana, I don't think they're gonna do good at all. They're gonna finish top 3.
That's funny.
But the top 3 I get: Boston, Milwaukee, and Cleveland. Cleveland with Jared Allen and Mobley, you can't stop them.
Yeah, and I'm
Donovan
gonna tell you
Mitchell
like this:
putting up great numbers. Garland putting up great numbers.
I feel so sorry for Orlando because all of their games they're losing are like
close,
very close.
They're close games.
So
like you look the last few, you lose. I mean, a decent amount to the Hawks. You only lose by 7 to the Nets.
That's what I'm saying.
You lose by 30 to. I mean, the 76ers.
They didn't have certain people playing.
You lose by 8 to the 76ers the night before.
And then the Pacers, they get blasted. But like
you
most
lose
of their
by
games
1
won.
to the Pacers
That's
again.
What I'm saying.
You win by 1. You lose by 18.
So it's like this: when they lose, they lose
but
big. But when the other losses,
it's like half and half.
Yeah,
half
it's 50%.
Half losses are goodness gracious, and the other losses are like one possession, maybe 2 possessions, and it's close.
Also,
this is a young team.
I'm about to say, it's a very young team.
I think average age is like 22.
If that, 22, maybe. 23.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for Detroit. Detroit got so many injuries.
5 and 18.
And I said this.
I think they were also looking at the trade of Sadiq Bey. Yeah. Bey was looking to be traded. I think.
And we said it. If they can stay healthy, they can have a good season.
They can at least have a top 10 season.
But if you get injured,
they're not.
Yeah.
Then we move to the West. Kings. They're lighting the beam right now in Swag Town.
I'm not going to talk shit about the Kings anymore.
Swaggermento.
Yeah.
They're 11-9. Somehow I feel like they're the best in the division.
And I said New Orleans is going to have a good season.
I bet they're the best in their division. Are they the best in their division?
Let's see.
No, Phoenix. But the Lakers are last place, 8-12.
Yeah.
Phoenix is number 1. Clippers are 2.
Kings 3.
6. Golden State 4th.
Golden State
8th spot.
I don't know what to think of Golden State right now because they have their whole team.
Here's the thing. Right now they're sitting at 8. Minnesota's at 9. Portland's at 10. 11-11 is not a great start, but you look at home. They're 9-1 at home. It's their away games. They're 2-10.
They cannot win it.
They cannot win away. And all their away games.
Curry's going off on these away games. I want to let y'all know that.
They're losing to the Pelicans. They lost to the Magic. They lost to the Heat. You lose to the Kings. You lose to the Suns. You lose to the Pelicans by a mile.
I told you the Pelicans.
You lose to the Mavericks barely last night, and
but Luka,
barely.
Luka gave him that Luka magic. Man.
That Luka magic.
Golly, man.
But
he has the speed of a damn tortoise.
He does.
But the agility of a damn rabbit, bro. Like his left to right movement is so damn quick. Plus his moves. Mm-hmm. He just knows how to get to the hoop or do whatever the hell he wants to.
And then kind of looking, we're heading near towards Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch, right around the time. We're only hitting we're at the 22, 20, 21 to 24 game mark right now.
Right.
So we're not halfway yet. We're about a quarter. Well, maybe a third almost.
Well,
we're about a third of the way. Yeah. Boston is number 1 right now in the East. Phoenix, number 1 right now in the West. Do you see one or both being moved by Christmas? I don't see Boston moving.
I don't see Boston.
I don't see Boston
I can see Boston moving.
I can't.
Because the Boston and the Bucks is always going to be
they're going to be close, but I think Boston can hold on. I don't think Phoenix can hold on, and here's why. Denver's hitting. New Orleans is a surprise hitter at 3.
That's because people are healthy.
But everyone's healthy. Zion's playing amazing basketball right now. They have a young team who can compete.
Yeah.
They're winning great games. I think New Orleans can move up, but I don't know if Denver can push. Can they?
I think Denver can
push. Everyone's healthy,
definitely Denver
if everyone's healthy, they can definitely push Phoenix out of the top spot.
Murray's playing better basketball now because he's getting more comfortable, coming back.
MPJ is starting to kind of get into the groove. Mm-hmm. Better minutes, better shooting percentage, and Jokic is still playing like MVP candidate.
Jokic.
You can't stop
what
that.
are we going to say? It's Jokic.
that's kind of where it lies right now.
Right.
And so now we get to our fun activity of the night, which is our FanDuel picks of. We'll do picks of the weekend.
All right.
Because not a whole lot going on this weekend. Actually, I take that back. There is a lot because it's title weekend for the NCAA football.
Oh, sure the hell is.
It is title weekend right now, and we are going to bet on all the title games. We're going to bet on the title games. So we'll go to Saturdays. We got Kansas State versus TCU.
TCU.
You're going to take TCU.
Bro, I went against TCU 3 times this season, and 3 times they burnt me. I'm not going against TCU
all right,
ever
we'll go
again.
To TCU. We have LSU and Georgia. Minus 17.5. I might take the plus.
Yeah,
because I think Georgia can win, but it'll be a closer game than people would think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take plus 17.5 for LSU. Let's see. We have the AC. That's the SEC title game. We have the ACC title game. Clemson, North Carolina. Ooh,
oh my God, that hurt.
Clemson's the favorite.
That quarterback.
But North Carolina's really good.
Bro, Sean May's brother. What's his name?
Luke May
or something like that. Yeah. Sean May used to play basketball for Carolina. Let me tell you, this boy can throw.
Would you take North Carolina to win?
That's the part.
Or would you take
First of all, I am not a Carolina fan. But
would you take
I would take Carolina to win.
You would take Carolina
I would. Win. I feel that he can do it.
Purdue, Michigan, no one thinks this game's going to be close. But do you think Michigan would cover 16.5? I don't think they could. I'd be safer having them win.
Yeah, because Michigan about to blast Purdue.
Let's look at the other games. We have Fresno State, Boise State.
I don't know nothing about either team.
Okay, here we'll go the Sun Belt.
But Boise do still have the best stadium.
We'll go the Sun Belt. Coastal Carolina versus Troy. That's the Sun Belt title because I got it wrong with App State thinking they were going to make it. We all thought ODU or Marshall was going to make it, and they didn't make it. Coastal Carolina's had a great year.
And they did, though.
I think they can win.
I'm going to go Coastal.
I think they can win. Let's see. The only other one I know, and I don't know Toledo or Ohio.
Can we bet on the SWAC?
No. You know what? If they make a bowl game this year, they should let us bet on them.
They should.
We have said this all year. We would have won so much money betting on Jackson State.
But here's my question:
every game.
How can they not make a bowl year?
How can they not let us bet on Jackson State?
Just for the kicks and giggles. You know what I'm saying? You should put them in a bowl game.
Oh, you should.
Anyway,
you should put them.
Do you understand what kind of media attention you're gonna get from this thing?
Oh, put them in a bowl game, please. Put them against a good, a hot.
I believe you might get more attention than you would if it was Alabama, just because of the story. You know what I'm saying? Put them in a bowl game.
So I'm thinking we do 50 cent, $21.99.
Many men.
Or do you want to do 75?
Oh, we getting bowl. We getting
bowl.
We'll
go 50 cent.
Yeah.
We'll go 50 cent.
So we gonna bowl, huh?
And then the only other game that's coming up later on is
that Navy
next
Army
weekend, Army Navy, which I'm gonna bet Navy.
It's always a good game, though.
Always a great game. You can't miss out on that one.
Who do you think gonna win that though? Navy got the better uniforms.
I'm picking Navy to win that.
It's
game.
Crazy, you know how you said. Yeah, Navy has a better uniform. You should pick Navy.
No, it doesn't matter. They usually win. They usually win.
Right.
And then currently games going on right now. We're just waiting on those. I should have just. Gosh, that one hurts.
Yeah, sorry, Canada.
This one hurt the most. All that green and one.
I know that's just that, but that's a
25 cents would have been $44.
But that's one of those games where you don't think it's supposed to happen.
And
you really don't.
This one was 2 off. Embiid and Mitchell did not get 25.
Man, that's surprising.
And then this one was just 3 off. Drake didn't win, Western Michigan didn't cover, and Georgia Southern lost. And Arkansas Pine Bluff did not cover. But they're playing Air Force. They're good.
Air Force is good.
And then there's another one on when it was Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
This one was the worst beat ever. if I can find it, because it was a bet. This one was a terrible beat because I had put the dollar in. 3 out of those were winning, and that was currently going on. Alabama was scoring, and I did not think they would cover. I took it out thinking they're not going to win. They're not going to cover.
And they covered it.
They covered by half of a point. Half of a point. They covered.
Bro.
You know how devastating I was?
Let me tell you about this half a point.
Half a point's insane.
It
was insane.
Can you tell me how you get half an assist? Okay, or half
a pass to pass. A pass to pass.
That's what I'm saying.
Know.
That makes no sense to me. Just like you get half a point. What's that? Is just a shot attempt?
Rims in.
Oh, you hit the rim? Okay, well that's half a point right there.
We had a big win, Michigan beating Ohio State.
Yeah, but I said that was gonna happen.
Let's see. We had USA covered the 1 goal against England.
Let's go.
So that was that. This one. The Jamal Williams, Ezekiel Elliott, Justin Jefferson, $2 for $18.80.
Oh damn!
And then this one should have hit. This one was for $1 for 44.
But Elliott's playing
I needed
good
a
football.
Tony Pollard touchdown.
It didn't happen.
And it didn't.
No, I know that didn't happen.
And I was so mad.
That was a rough game.
That was
though.
$44.
Yeah, that was a rough game. Though.
I was so upset. I was so angry.
I'm so angry.
I was so angry. But before we kind of close out for tonight, big shout out to Boosted Biz, Kenichi Bear, and Moolah Kicks. They've been making some waves now. I've heard they've been getting on the Forbes 100 list. So shout out to them. Another company that I have noticed that I do want to give a huge shout out to is this new company that I saw because one of the guys on the Washington Commanders was wearing their attire. It's called Noggin Boss. And if you don't know who Noggin Boss is,
oh my goodness,
these are what I would consider very large,
extremely
large hats that are not only comical, but I would definitely wear one.
Bro, like
I would definitely wear a Noggin Boss hat. And if you don't, you guys just gotta go check.
I mean, you got cats out this bitch with super adult size. They look like little babies in these big ass hats.
They look like the big heads from like NBA Jam.
Yes. Like a big ass bobblehead.
It looked like those helmets, the practice helmets that they wore in the NFL. It looked like they took those and put it on the hat. Which I'm not saying I wouldn't rock it. Noggin Boss. Bro, I would take a Hoop Tag Noggin Boss hat.
If I'm at the movies and you got a damn Noggin Boss hat on, bro, I'd be so pissed, yo. Take that big shit off while you're in the movies. You can wear it outside. Please don't have that mug over in the movies, though. But yeah, shout out to Noggin Boss.
Shout out to Noggin Boss.
Shout out to
They look amazing. They look. I'm laughing.
It's crazy, bro.
They look insane, but I would totally
that you
wear
would
one.
never think of. You know what I'm saying?
I would totally wear one.
Let me get a 5-pound hat and put it on top of my head.
Get like an overly extreme backpack too. Like we look like the Kanye West video.
He's like a goddamn Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Like the blocks from the Kanye West video. It's like super size.
Oh man!
You just want to be like, I love it.
I mean, if I got a big ass backpack, as long as I can put everything in there.
Yeah, but shout out to them. Hopefully they see this and are like, yeah, we like to work with y'all.
Noggin
because we're not hating. We just.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd put it on.
I would wear it.
If you send me one, definitely would put it on.
I would definitely wear it.
This little ass head.
And then shout out to GLD too. Christmas is right around the corner, and especially if you want to rock your team, whether it's the NBA, the NFL,
whatever,
the MLB, NHL,
they do it all.
They do it all. They give you nice pennants, and the chains are that price too. And they can give you. And we use our link, guys, and it'll give you the discount. Mm-hmm. And if you also every week, what I'll try to do is put out a code that you guys can use for the show. So make sure to check that out as well. Other than that. Be safe, guys.
Please.
We had a good week. We have a decent weekend coming up. A lot of sports,
and it's cold out there.
It's cold, so stay warm, especially wherever you work.
Right.
Stay warm. But continue to keep listening to the show. Again, thank you guys for the 2022 Wrapped. I mean, the numbers are showing we're doing great. Top 5% for most listeners. Top 30. For followers. You know, more content than 94% of the people in the category.
It's pretty good.
And we're continuing to grow, guys. I know we're small. It's just two of us and an iPhone and one little microphone. But
hey,
you know what? It gets the job done.
we're making it work.
We're trying to improve on YouTube. We're trying to improve everywhere else, especially on TikTok and everywhere like that. We're going to try to get more content, especially through the new year. We got plenty. We got a lot of athletes in store lineup for the end of the year. Hopefully, you guys will stay tuned in, and we'll try to do something big for our end of the year show leading into 2023. I know we're going to try to do something big. We might try to get a good 3-man crew to just a year in review. Just go over everything and everything like that. But keep tuning in, guys. Keep supporting. And remember, don't be a bystander. Be a hooper. And keep balling. Peace.
Peace.